Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Great to have you with us. Welcome. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Some interesting things to share with you this morning. Aren't they? I would say
yes.
Fairly interesting.
Interesting.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Did we all suspect she might have been provided with the questions?
She being
Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah, Vice President.
The wonderful Vice President of
Kamala
these
Harris.
United States
Your
of America.
thoughts.
Yeah, right. Yep. Philip Anderson posted this yesterday online. I'll be releasing an affidavit from an ABC whistleblower regarding the debate. I've just signed a non-disclosure agreement with the attorney of the whistleblower. The affidavit states how the Harris campaign was given sample questions, which were essentially the same questions that were given during the debate, and separate assurances of fact-checking Donald Trump that she would not be fact-checked.
And she was
Which we know
to be
is
true.
Absolutely the truth.
Yes.
He was fact-checked over and over again. Not once was she fact-checked, and we went through 25 lies yesterday. 25 at least. It's probably more than that. Accordingly, this goes on, the affidavit states several other factors that were built into the debate to give Kamala a significant advantage. I've seen and read the affidavit, and after the attorney blacks out the name of the whistleblower and other information that could dox the whistleblower, I will release the full affidavit. I'll be releasing the affidavit before the weekend is out.
Here we go.
Here
we go.
This is going to be very interesting to see how this plays.
That's what I was just going to say. You know what that is? Interesting.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
It is. Is there a number to call, Ivan?
So
yeah, it's right there on the wall.
Oh, okay.
If you take Philip Anderson's report there and couple it with what I received from a Walz family member who has been providing me.
Yeah, we've heard some stuff from this family member before.
Yeah, and this individual has been right on everything they've provided me. I just posted this on my Twitter account at Keith Malinak, and this is what he sent me. He's referring to a Walz family member, okay? Mm-hmm. She was in debate prep with Kamala. The muted mics issue was not the issue the Harris campaign was waiting on in the last few weeks. It was indeed the outline of the questions.
Yep.
The affidavit that is going to be released is 100% true. A lot of the mid-level employees at ABC are not Trump supporters, but what they witnessed on debate night shook them to their core. They feel the network lost any credibility it had left. Kamala usually...
Did it have any left?
Yeah.
I'm a little confused by that. That's a weird sentence.
Kamala usually takes a Xanax before going on stage before any event.
Who doesn't?
That's how she stops the cackling.
She didn't take any Tuesday night because she knew she would not be stressed.
Wow.
This story will far surpass the Trump debate performance because insiders at CNN are even appalled. I will say that there's more to that isn't included in this. Also, Biden is 100% out of the loop on everything now. He gets the intel briefing he is required to get, and that is about it. The Harris campaign doesn't even want him on the trail anymore.
I'm sure.
The country is being run by a shadow cabal of the Obamas, Susan Rice, and Eric Holder. Again, this is a Walz family member who is referring to another Walz family member who had all of this information. And this is someone very close. Very close.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
It's interesting.
And no, Jeffy, it is not all of these leaps. I am just going to protect my source. There are not many leaps whatsoever. You would know this person.
Okay.
Well, if this doesn't affect the election, nothing will.
Right. Amen.
Nothing will.
100%.
Yeah.
Good.
We're just done.
And we do actually know that. I mean, Biden is just a shell of maybe not even a shell of a president.
Right.
I mean, he's out putting Trump hats on, and
Yeah, that was a fun moment, though.
it was a fun moment.
Even if it wasn't done out of anger for being pushed aside,
It was fun. It made him
good
appear
moment.
like he was human. Yes,
It humanized him.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I
Yes,
liked it.
Did. And I did love the video, and I don't know if we have it or it doesn't matter. But when they walked into the building on 9/11, when all the firefighters were there, Biden, there was footage of Biden and Kamala walking in, and it was like nothing. Biden and Kamala are here. Biden and Kamala are here. And when Trump walked in, just 30 seconds later, the whole place cheered. So I'm sure that went over well.
Yeah.
The Biden Kamala Harris people.
I'm sure. But would it surprise anybody? I suspected from the start.
Yes.
She was given the questions. Everybody's like, nah.
They said no.
Of course they said no. When have they ever told the truth? When? They have never told the truth on virtually
they
anything.
opened up the debate making that point.
Yeah. Yes.
Which made you believe right from the beginning, I don't think that's true.
It would explain a lot because she's not good at this stuff. She's not good.
She had practiced ways to stare at Trump when she was on camera.
Yeah.
You know darn well that was all. I mean, she practiced in the mirror for days.
Yep.
With those looks.
Yeah.
And it was all. She never really did say anything, but when she did, it was. I can't. My wife was making fun of me because I'm in the other room going, that's a lie. That's not true.
And it all was. I mean, everything she said was a lie. And I can't understand how Trump hasn't already demanded a second debate.
It's weird.
In fact, he's done the opposite.
Now,
yesterday, he just said it's not going to happen.
Right, yeah. Do we have the post? We could put the image up of what Trump posted online. Do we have that? I don't know.
I don't have it on my sheet. Oh, there it is, I guess. Yep. When a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, I want a rematch. Polls clearly show that I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris, the Democrats' radical left candidate, on Tuesday night, and she immediately called for a second debate. All right, let's, for a second,
pause.
I want to see one poll that says that. I've seen 0 polls that say Donald Trump won this debate. He said every single poll shows he won.
He's got to have internal polling, right?
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe an internal poll. I don't know. Who's around him just being yes men. Tell him that he did not win the debate. He didn't win.
Now, that being said, if this Kamala Harris got the questions in advance,
that's a whole different thing.
If that blows up this weekend,
yeah, and I hope it does. Please,
then
by all that is
effectively
holy.
he wins the debate.
Yes,
and has
true.
Can lean on that and say, "Why am I going to debate? You see how unfair it is."
And then you could say, "You'll just be set up again."
Told you, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't fair in the first place. It was 3 against 1. Plus, you guys provided her the questions.
Correct. More than 3 against 1.
But it's delusional to say you won that debate. And I don't want him to be delusional. Man. So he should be demanding another debate. But this might fix it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he continued. She and Crooked Joe have destroyed our country. Very true. With millions of criminals and mentally deranged people pouring across.
Yeah, they're
into
eating
the
cats
USA.
and dogs, damn it.
Totally unchecked and unvetted, and with inflation bankrupting our middle class. Everyone knows this. And all of the other problems caused by Kamala and Joe. It was discussed in great detail during the first debate with Joe and the second debate with Comrade Harris. What he has to know here is that the first debate means nothing now.
Nope, nobody cares.
It doesn't mean a single thing.
Nobody cares. That's done.
Yeah, way in
That's
the past. Guy's not part of this anymore. So the first debate doesn't matter in the least.
Nope, it's over. And nobody cares about that because he is completely gone.
He continued, she was a no-show at the Fox debate, and refused to do NBC and CBS. Kamala should focus on what she should have done during the last almost 4-year period. There will be no third debate. I mean, he's adamant about it.
Yeah.
Adamant. Again, interesting.
It is. It is interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
I'm very concerned about that.
Right. To Jeffy's point, I mean, I think it's earth-shattering news that the current president and former opponent of Donald Trump, like you said, he's endorsed him by wearing his hat. As we can see, no, not quite that one. Do we have the actual the campaign poster? We don't have that. Oh, okay, awesome. All righty.
Okay.
Well, here it is. Here it is. We now have. Endorsed by Joe Biden. if you don't have the image, then just take my camera. Thank you so much.
Is that a real thing, or did they put that out, or did somebody else?
Honestly, I don't.
Because they could. I would not put that
Trump
past.
campaign. I mean, the War Room. The Trump War Room.
Okay,
it was the Trump
That's
War
fun.
Room.
So,
That's fun.
Endorsed
like
by
that.
Joe Biden. If you're listening, and Joe
That's
is
funny.
wearing his cap. That is good stuff.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
I mean,
come on. I want him to win so desperately.
I forget who it was, but what a tremendous idea and thought, and I bet it does happen. So Trump wins, and which is please,
By all that is
Trump
holy.
wins.
Yes.
Then Joe Biden can go on his "I Told You So" tour,
Right.
and
That's right.
I told you,
Yeah.
I'm the only one that
Told
could
you
beat him.
I had the best chance to
I'm
win
the only
this
one
thing.
that could beat him.
He absolutely could.
Yeah,
He could be nicely vindicated
absolutely.
if he knows who he is after the election.
Well, that's a good point.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know that he will. So,
Jill will push him out. That's more money.
didn't the guy at the restaurant or wherever they were, didn't he ask him, do you even know your name? Something like that.
Was that the fire? I think it was Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Guy had some giblets.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You know,
What's he
to
going
say
to do?
that
What
right,
are you going to? It takes
right to
guts.
the president of the United
I know.
States.
It takes some guts.
To his face.
And we've had
Hats
this
off to him.
conversation off of air. Like, what would we ask the president if he was sitting in front of us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
it's
old man-
hard.
That old man actually did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Sure did. He didn't care.
He did not. He did not
was-
care.
That was a lot of
It was
fun.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So this could blow up in Kamala's face. I got
Has
my
to.
fingers crossed. Please, yes,
It has
please,
to.
please
This is
blow up in her face.
earth-shattering. I'm sorry.
It's huge.
In a normal time,
Yeah, it'd be over.
it's over.
If it's substantiated this weekend, this election cycle is over. Not only does she lose and Trump wins, but all down the ticket. The down ticket, everybody, all Republicans. I mean, how do you trust Democrats that when they're lying, cheating, thieving scumbags?
And if I'm a man, Lester Holt, I'm saying hello.
Yeah. How do you like me now?
No doubt.
Yeah. I mean, ABC couldn't have been any worse, I don't think.
No.
Is there any way that they could have been worse? They did everything possible to help her.
They hooked up with David. Was Vice President Harris? Your thoughts?
Yeah,
and
that's all they
then,
did.
The sidekick was, a sorority sister.
Right.
We wondered why they have the sidekick
Right.
on there because I guess she's a fill-in.
That
news
should have been
anchor
scandal
for
enough.
ABC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yes. I mean, that should.
I mean-
in years past, that might have been scandal
Yeah.
enough.
Not even. Well,
Not now.
So what?
Nobody even
Who
cares.
cares?
Nobody cares. Well, when you have them being fact-checked in real time by Trump himself, who said, I haven't even read that Project 2025 thing. Haven't even read it.
Right.
Let alone had anything to do with it or support it. And then she continues to say that it's his and that's his agenda. When you can do that, when you
And
can,
no one says.
and nobody says
he
anything.
Just said that he had nothing to do.
you
with
know
it,
you
so.
can get away with anything.
Yes.
She could have, Trump talked about shooting somebody on Fifth Avenue in New York. They could stab somebody to death right in front of your eyes. You'd be fine. No, I didn't do anything. What do you mean? No, I didn't kill that person.
You didn't see
Yeah, we
anything.
saw you. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You didn't
I'm
see
not
that.
here.
Yeah, right. Neither was that knife that went into their throat 17 times.
You just call that an abortion, and Democrats praise it.
That's
Oh, there you go.
for sure. All right. Let me tell you about the Eden Pure Thunderstorm. We've been talking about this for a long time, and with good reason. It is awesome. It's a fantastic product. It's nice to talk about things that actually work, and this does.
No doubt.
Even my wife was skeptical. She's, I've talked about the scent that we had in our home before we sold it, and I didn't smell anything, but she smelled it every time she walked by the room. She claimed. I'm like, I don't smell anything. It's there. Yes, it's terrible.
How about you stop walking by that room? How about that? Go back to your room.
I said, it's okay. Let's plug one of the Eden Pure thunderstorms into it, and we'll turn it on, and that smell will be gone. You will not smell it anymore. She's like, oh, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. It worked.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. And now she tells everybody. It worked. It really did. We had this smell. We couldn't get rid of it, and it took care of it. It sends out O3 molecules that gobble up any scent. It doesn't have any air filters in it. There's nothing to buy, nothing to replace. It's a fantastic unit. And right now, when you go to EdenPureDeals.com, use the discount code PAT3, you'll save $200 on a 3-pack. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code PAT3.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
So I think this provides us with some hope today. This is the best thing that's happened in a while.
And a Friday. Good timing.
Yes, great timing. Sends you into the weekend with a little bit of a relief.
Now, if this affidavit isn't released by the end of the weekend like it was reported, then long about Sunday night when we're getting ready for Monday's show, we're going to be like, what the hell? It's going to be
what's going
180.
on?
Yeah. So please make it so. Make this happen. I don't know. Do you want to release it on the weekend, though? Maybe you want to wait till Monday. Because the news cycle over the weekend isn't good.
Yeah, social media.
Normally, I would agree with you. Yes, Jeffy, social media. But I want Harris surrogates under the microscope on Sunday morning shows.
On the Sunday shows, yeah.
Let's hear them. Let's hear them respond to this.
Right. Oh, my gosh. They'll just say, nah, it didn't happen.
Yes.
It didn't happen. That's a lie. The whistleblower's lying. They're Trumpaphobes or Trumpites.
As this unfolds, I will just say, keep a very close eye on CNN. Keep an eye on CNN, how this is being reported. I've been looking up there, and I'm not seeing much yet. So maybe they're waiting for the signed affidavit. But I will say that there is one individual who definitely wants to make sure this sees the light of day. So that is
somebody
hopeful.
at CNN?
Yes.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they've been, not good, but they've been okay.
Yeah. They've been
okay.
And I think we suspect the reason is that they want Trump to win for ratings purposes.
I believe that.
They've got that foil. They've got that friction, that's going to make them a lot stronger over the next 4 years. They know that the Trump bashing helps them.
Right.
I mean, the ratings haven't been the same since he's been out of the spotlight.
Yeah, and it's not too difficult to figure out who at CNN would want to put ABC under this kind of microscope. So put on your thinking caps, and then you can figure out exactly who is...
It's interesting, isn't it?
Where did I put my thinking cap?
Check the bottom drawer. The bottom
Jeffy, you
drawer.
figured
It's a
out.
bottom drawer?
Bottom drawer.
Yeah, there's no...
Jeffy, did you figure out? No? Okay.
I don't have a thinking cap. I never have a thinking cap. So.
Evening TV show. This individual has an evening TV show.
Evening TV show.
Doesn't like ABC.
Again.
Doesn't like ABC. Again, where's my
Yeah.
What did I do with
thinking
that?
cap?
I think you can figure
I
it
told
out.
you, bottom
I
drawer.
never had one.
Bottom drawer.
I think you'll figure it out.
All right. Major Garrett has been talking to Michigan voters. Don't you love Major Garrett? Where's Major? Well, he's been at CBS, right? So that's why nobody's seen him for the last 10 years.
Wow.
CBS, I don't even know why they're on the air anymore, news-wise, because they are dead last in absolutely
They sure are.
everything.
They sure are.
Evening news, dead
And they
last.
can't. And she won't
Weekend
leave.
shows,
What's
dead last.
her face? To their main anchor. I mean, they can't get rid of her. She won't
Nora
leave.
O'Donnell?
Nora O'Donnell, yeah. I mean, they got rid of the head lady that was in charge of news because they told her, hey, why don't you start using some of the local reporters to save us some money? And she was like, I'm not going to do that. So the CBS executive said, well, bye. If you're not going to do that to save us some money, have a nice day.
I think they set a sunset on her stay there, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she's been last the whole time. She hasn't helped ratings one iota. In fact, the opposite. They were last in the debate coverage. I mean, I think it was ABC led the way with like 18 million or something, and that makes sense because it was on their network. And then NBC was next, followed by Fox, and then everybody else, and then NBC.
Yeah. And then CBS.
It's embarrassing. CBS.
Yeah.
And so it's embarrassing for them. I don't know what's going on there, but they used to be the news leader.
I know.
I mean, that's where Walter Cronkite broadcast.
I mean, the great Dan Rather was there.
The great Dan Rather was there.
Come on.
Right.
It's falling apart.
So anyway, here's what Major Garrett had to say.
And so I talked to 20 voters. Not one of them was undecided.
Wow.
Not one. Not one. And headlines come and go, but let me tell you this. Support for former President Trump is real and resilient. I encounter that everywhere I went. And that's something the Harris campaign knows, recognizes. It's a fact in Michigan.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, Michigan.
Again, interesting.
That is interesting.
Huh. And I don't, Major Garrett's not a supporter.
No, he is not.
So, not a conservative either. Even when he was at Fox, he was not conservative.
Yeah.
So during closing remarks at the debate, Trump seemed to connect. He connected with independent voters.
They were still watching. This is good stuff.
They're saying she's going to do this, she's
Watch
going
the
to do
yellow
that,
line.
she's
That's
going to do all
independence.
these wonderful
We're
things.
undecided.
Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. They've had 3.5 years to fix the border. They've had 3.5 years to create jobs.
That's the winning
and all
line.
the things we talked about.
They've had 3.5 years.
Why hasn't she done it? She should
Right.
leave right now, go down to that beautiful White House, go to the Capitol, get everyone together and do the things you want to do, but you haven't done it, and you won't do it because you believe in things that the American people don't believe in.
Right.
Okay, so you had a fairly large portion with hand dial, so everybody's like doing this real time. You're getting it. What was going on there?
So I think this was an exercise of framing, and I think this is one of the best things that Donald Trump did last night was he framed something that people are going to remember, which is if she's saying that she's going to do all these things, why hasn't she done it in the last 3.5 years? And it's a question that a lot of voters had. And I think it's also the question a lot of Democrats have. So you didn't see Democrats go as low when he was talking about that because they want to know what is going to be different now? What are you going to do different? And it was a very, very smart exercise in framing. He should have done it earlier. This is his closing. It could have done it often and all throughout because I do think it was one of the most powerful things he did.
All right.
Maybe the most.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because that's the point here. You've been in office for 3.5 years. Where have you been? Why should we trust that it's going to be any better the next 4 years with you? Doesn't make any sense.
You can say that you created all these jobs, which we knew at the time when she said it, that was a lie.
Those were jobs that existed
as many
before.
as she said.
Yeah.
And we also know that the economy is it getting better? It doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't feel like it. People are still really struggling. I know gas prices are coming down a little, but grocery prices sure haven't. I'm sorry. They can tell me that they have all they want, but I'm not walking out of the grocery store with more groceries for my money.
When you have a head of lettuce in the bag and maybe a container full of salad dressing, and you just deposited $48 into the checkout.
Yes. That's an issue.
Yeah, it's an issue.
That's an issue.
And you know that, and you feel that every day.
Time.
Every time you go to the grocery store, you know they're lying to you.
Yeah.
The economy's not good. It's not better. They didn't fix it. They've had 4 years. Come on now. Trump posted a declaration. Did we already do that? Is that the one we just did? The declaration that there will be no more debates?
Yeah, we already put that up there.
Yeah. But they did do a new Anti-Kamala ad about immigration. And here's that.
It is our undocumented immigrants that are the least likely to commit a crime.
Police report as many as 75% of...
Pause it for a second. In fact, start it over. Why would you laugh about that?
Because she's
even if it were true, which it isn't.
She's nervous.
Yeah, that's her nervous. She's uncomfortable.
She knows it's a lie.
Doesn't have Xanax.
So she's got a cackle about it.
Yep.
To let you know how ridiculous it is.
You know what's amazing too is that I don't think there's one thing. I don't think there's one thing that Kamala has said as she's running for president, how her values haven't changed. That have changed. There's every time she says something, this is what I believe now. There's a clip of her saying the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's see this.
It is our undocumented immigrants that are the least likely to commit a crime.
Police report as many as 75% of the people they've arrested in Midtown Manhattan for assault, robbery, and domestic violence are illegal migrants.
Police have tracked down a killer whose crimes span the country. Rachel Marin was dragged from a hiking trail in Maryland where she was raped and murdered.
Police say Brandon Ortiz Vite used a handgun he bought illegally to shoot Ruby Garcia multiple times on Friday.
The prime suspect charged in Laken Riley's murder was 26-year-old Jose Antonio Ibarra. He illegally entered the United States back in 2022.
A Texas grand jury indicted Rafael Govea Romero. He's accused of attacking 16-year-old Lisbeth Medina by repeatedly hitting her head and stabbing her.
So let's get our notions together about what we're talking about.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wow. Kamala Harris is weak. Failed. Dangerously liberal. That's a great spot. That's powerful. It's powerful. To show the actual facts and then go back to her and her cackling and bizarre nonsense. That's effective.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, and to Jeffy's point, there's not one thing that Kamala has said that
I haven't seen one.
You can't go back and see her contradicting herself not that long ago. And I loved it on CNN the other night after the debate where this Kamala Harris spokesperson got mocked openly by the rest of the panel.
Oh, that's awesome on CNN.
By the rest of the panel, yeah.
Now, on the fracking question, to the vice president, and this is me as a liberator.
Okay.
She, in 2019, when she was running, she said, I'm done with, fracking, we're going to do away with it. You can't say you're going to do away with it. They had her dead to right on that. What you can say as a candidate that I'm not in 2019, I'm not in 2020, and you know what? I changed my mind.
I guess the reality of it is that she reversed herself in 2020. Like
that's not true. No, she didn't.
But you know,
that's not accurate at all.
But you know what?
But it's almost a weak argument. No, stop. It's
all
a lie.
Is what that more
5
it's a weak
to
argument.
0.
No, it's not. It's a lie. Well, it is.
Wow.
Fun.
Again, CNN.
I know.
It's not a Fox panel. There's no way around it. She's just a lying sack, and she's a flip-flopper. Now, that used to be a really bad thing. So, and the reason it was a bad thing was because you can't trust the flip-flopper, and where do they really stand, especially when they haven't shared what changed their mind?
Right.
And she won't.
No, and she had the opportunity with that god-awful Dana Bash interview.
Well,
Dana set her up for that.
She doesn't have time to talk about what changed her mind. She doesn't have time.
I know. Then you don't have time to be president of the United States.
That's exactly right.
Sounds like your schedule's full. Good grief.
And we certainly don't want to interrupt that schedule.
No, we do not.
Go ahead and keep doing what you were doing that makes you so busy, but stay out of the White House.
I mean, this just cannot happen.
No, it can't.
No, oh my gosh. It can't.
Cannot happen.
Can't.
It would be absolute catastrophe. Here's Rick Santelli on
it's a little long. It's a couple minutes long.
ABC. Is this? We don't have time for it here?
2
Okay, we'll get to that after the break. But every once in a while, Rick Santelli goes off and he shares some things with you. He's
fun. I think Rick Santelli would be awesome at a bar.
Oh, I'm sure he
out
would.
There, just drinking
the stories he could tell.
I swear.
And he's so excitable.
And
you gotta love it.
And kids, if you're not familiar, Rick Santelli on CNBC is the reason there were all of these Tea Party rallies in 2009.
Oh yeah,
which were very big.
Boy, those made a difference.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Boy, those changed everything.
They sure did, man.
They did for a few minutes.
Hey, I got some good people elected.
They did for a few minutes. Yes, they did.
They got Mike Lee elected.
Yes, they did.
Right? And then, that's about all we can say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike Lee, Ted Cruz kind of came in.
I was reminded of the red-eyed dingleberries were talking about in 2008 the clean sweep crowd. Do you remember them with the brooms and they went into Washington, D.C. and they wanted the clean sweep with the brooms and all? And that lasted about a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was the same.
As always.
Yeah.
Same thing all the time. All right. 888-900-3393. We might check into a Fat Five here with Jeffy.
Awesome.
Coming up.
I eat no for breakfast.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
A few tweets for you before we get into the Fat Five. Groundhog Baby tweets, Joe put on a Trump hat. He's not getting pudding tonight. That'll teach him.
Yeah, Jill was not there either. Jill was nowhere to be found this weekend.
No. Carl Smith, I'm afraid the disclosure that Kamala had access to the debate questions in advance will not make a ripple in the state-run media. I don't see how it couldn't.
I know.
But I haven't been able to see how it couldn't a lot of things. On a lot of issues.
That's fair.
Yeah. B.S. Mariani, Democrats know their leaders are cheating. They don't care. No one cared when Brazil gave questions to Hillary. CNN fired her, but Fox hired her. That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Might help change a few independent voters' minds, and that's what we need, actually. But not many Dems will change. Oh, I don't think any Dems will change their mind.
No, and Trump supporters, not changing my mind.
Right. Paco D, whoa. You have a head of lettuce and salad dressing in your shopping bag? You're probably eating kale, too. No, that would be going too far. Just say no to commie shopping. And from New Hampshire, Pathead, Jeffy, will you please show us where in Michigan was Major Garrett located?
I don't remember. He didn't say. He just said he'd been all over Michigan. So if you travel all over Michigan, most times you go to the Detroit area and then you come across to Lansing, which is the capital, and you come across to Grand Rapids area. Most people don't go up to the, up into Traverse City.
The uppers
this is considered northern Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah. When you get up here, that's upper Michigan. Those are the Yoopers. Nobody cares about the Yoopers.
No. Okay.
Yeah, nobody cares about the Yoopers.
Do the Yoopers know that?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Yeah, they're fine with it.
All right. Okay.
They're fine with it.
So here's the Fat Five.
All right. Your boy, Justin Timberlake, reportedly will appear in court today.
He's my boy?
He's your boy. That's your boy, Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
His first time back in Sag Harbor since his arrest. He attended a case hearing in August over video link because the judge said it was okay. So I guess they've worked out a plea deal. Justin's going down. He's not going to face drunk driving charges under the agreement. He's going to enter a guilty plea for a traffic violation. Additionally, he'll have to pay a fine, $300 to $500. I don't know if he'll be able to pull it off.
Where's he going to find that?
I don't know. And that just depends on what the judge decides today. But the deal is expected to be rubber stamped. And he's supposed to show up at Sag Harbor today. So your boy will be there. Maybe he needs to get some live shots of Justin going into the courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy.
And a part of the deal, I guess, is where he's not going to be able to drive in New York State for almost another year.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Again.
Oh, no.
I don't know. After the fine?
Yeah.
I mean, is he going to be able to even have a vehicle? I doubt it. Because he didn't take the breathalyzer test. So if you don't do that, you automatically get your license suspended.
Oh.
But so what? Because most attorneys will tell you, don't do the breathalyzer.
So can he afford a driver after paying that fine?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
And
that's a problem. He'll probably can't go back to New York.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He'll still be driving around on that Florida license. Don't worry about it. Shh. Don't say anything. Sure, he'll be okay. So we can look for that, and maybe the judge will fine him more than $500. I mean, if that happens, he may have to walk home.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I don't know. He's going to pay for it. So, I know prices are through the roof at grocery stores, but according to this, America's per capita cheese consumption has now more than doubled since the government started keeping track in 1975 to about 42 pounds a year.
Wow.
More than all the butter, ice cream, and yogurt combined. Facilities making cheese account for more than half of the $8 billion in the U.S. dairy product projects slated to come online in the next 3 years. So, and if the cheese demand doesn't hold up, I mean, the dairy products are ready to, the cheese and butter are ready to cover it. But I feel like 42 pounds a year, I'm covered. I'm keeping that average up. I'm keeping that average
Me too.
up. So when
Me
you
too.
slice into that cheese block, you're not alone. You're not alone. No problem. And I see where Volvo has scrapped its plan to make only electric vehicles by 2030. I wonder who saw that coming, reflecting the slow demand of EVs. Now, they haven't given up completely yet. It says they said that we're not going to do it completely. We're aiming for a 90% of global sales volume within the same time frame to consist of electric cars.
That's come on. By 2030?
Yeah.
There's no way.
It's just not going to happen.
No way.
It's
If you want to go out of business, I guess you could do
right.
that.
And so the Volvo said there's been a slower than expected rollout of EV charging infrastructure combined with the withdrawal of government incentives in some markets and uncertainties caused by tariffs in some markets. So we still expect to be net zero greenhouse emissions by 2040. Good luck with that. And next year they're going to revise their 90% to 50% by 2030. We'll get that by 50%. And then it'll just keep going down every year after that. Sad news. The Texas Civil War Museum is closing. So
I love that place.
I know.
So good.
If you had this on your to-go-to list, you have until October 31st to see the Union and Confederacy paraphernalia and all the other relics of a long-gone era. They may not even still be there because they're Everything Must Go sale is on right now. You just got to head to White Settlement, Texas, while you can. The decision was recently made by the family, and the board of directors said, and then we sold the building, too. We sold the building. We're selling everything. We're going to showcase the collection, and we include both Union and Confederacy artifacts and Victorian-era dresses. And it also housed a collection from the now defunct Texas Confederate Museum in Austin. And you can buy some of the merchandise from there. And they said any of the artifacts not purchased before closing going to be handed over to the Horse Soldier Antiques in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Whoa, giving it to Yankees, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember I went there the day before I went under the knife for surgery, and they had the surgical tools of the Civil War. Oh, my gosh, I should not have come here today.
No. Man, those displays are incredible.
They stick with you.
They sure do. I saw those at one of the Civil War sites, man. One of the George Washington
That's
sites.
a shame. That was such a great place there, man.
Well, we still have time to go there again.
Okay.
Out there.
I thought it had already closed, actually.
White Settlement, Texas. Today's Doing the Fat segment brought to you by Kexi Cookies, simply the best cookies on the planet. Kexi.com, KEKSI.com.
Yeah. Do we have, let me show you the new, look at that. Oh, my gosh. Look at that thing. That's the caramel apple spice cookie that's just replaced the coffee cake cookie.
It's delicious.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that thing.
I think you get like 10,000 chocolate chips per cookie.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Did you guys have those on the other day
we did.
when I wasn't here?
We did.
Delicious.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we did.
Be sure you enjoyed them.
We did.
Good.
Bro, they're
thought about you.
good.
We thought about you not having them.
I know. I believe that.
Yeah.
I
believe that.
Pat cut it in fourth. Everybody had one,
That's
and there was one right there waiting just for you. But you never came.
You weren't here.
Yeah.
So I took that one, too.
So Key took that one.
Yeah, I took
It was delicious, though.
It was really so good.
You can get yours at Kexi.com.
I'm
with
happy
all kinds
for
of other
you. Yeah.
delicious flavors.
That's what I'll do.
KEKSI.com.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, okay.
I'll go there.
All right.
Just visit the store. It's right next to your house.
Yeah, I could do that, too. I could do that as well.
You could stop by. It'd save you some money because there's no shipping fee that way. You know what I mean? So
I do know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah. No shipping fee when it comes in here either. Anyway, we have the Emmys coming up this weekend, and we had the MTV Video Music Awards the other night, hosted by Megan Thee Stallion. Your girl Taylor Swift, the childless cat lady.
Got a lot of people. I got boys. I got girls. That's great.
Yeah. She, of course, the childless cat lady. That's how she signed her Kamala Harris endorsement.
She's pathetic.
Became the most awarded solo artist in VMA history. So.
Really?
Congratulations.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Moving on. As I said, the 76th Emmy Awards are coming up this weekend at the Peacock Theater in L.A. live at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. With the father and son duo hosting the event, Eugene and Dan Levy. That actually should be funny. That's going to be, all the celebrities are going to be there, including Chris's girl, Selena Gomez. She's now a billionaire. Selena Gomez, $1.3 billion.
Saw that.
Yeah, she's
incredible.
Her big fortune comes from the Rare Beauty line.
Oh, that's
which is her makeup brand established 5 years ago.
That's also the net worth of Taylor Swift, $1.3 billion.
There you go.
So it must be easy to support someone who will not make your prices of food more affordable. And,
Oh, there you go.
and your housing costs.
Funny how that happens.
Yeah.
I see where they had the 2024 Creative Arts Emmy Awards last weekend, and FX's Shogun hauled in a record 14 wins, with FX leading all distributors with 27 awards, and then The Bear came in second with 7 wins, and these are all the winners. At least there was a chart with all the winners that had 2 or more wins on it. And that's fascinating. My favorite part of the Creative Arts Awards show was the Dick Van Dyke won for his birthday special, the Dick Van Dyke 98 Years of Magic, and he took home the win for the Outstanding Variety Special, pre-recorded. And the 2-hour tribute, and it went on, but he came out and, accepted the award and everything. And he was accepting it because he was supposed to be the oldest winner of a Creative Arts Emmy at 98 years and 8 months and 26 days old, beating out Norman Lear, who previously held the record for his own special at 98 years, 5 months, and 26 days. It was later confirmed, Dick didn't have his name listed as a producer on his show, so he's not the oldest. Have a nice day. Norman Lear is still the oldest. Dick was not on the producer list, so just an oversight on their part. But it's his show, but he does not get the award. Have a nice day. Please subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher, available wherever you get your podcasts. Before we get to some football talk, can I say how disappointed I am in our Paralympians? The Paralympics ended last weekend, and the United States was disappointing. Third place.
Third place. What?
China and Great Britain, first and second.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, congratulations to the medalists and all, but we need to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is. Now, I will say that one of the interviews I saw, Pat, was something that you hold near and dear to your heart, that a lot of these Paralympians come here.
Yeah. And
train, and then go back to their country.
Right.
And go against us.
That really affects us in the Paralympics, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we need to.
Yeah.
I don't know what we need to do. We need
Step
some new
up our
wheels
game.
on the chairs.
Something.
Do something. Something needs to happen.
Yeah. All right. Before you get to your last football thing, let me tell you about Birch Gold. There is nearly $1 trillion worth of infrastructure and pandemic funds that still have to be spent. Yeah. That's a massive amount of money that the lame duck administration is pushing hard, and they're trying to spend all of that money in their last few months. If the president is able to push these funds out, we could see another prolonged inflation surge, just like during COVID. And I'm sure you remember the awful effects that high prices had on most Americans and still has.
Yeah.
But there's hope. A surge in prices can be beaten. Try a gold IRA from Birch Gold Group. That's the ultimate inflation hedge for your savings in uncertain times. To see how to protect your IRA or your 401k, get your free info kit on gold by texting the word PAT to 989898. Birch Gold makes it seamless to roll over your retirement account while preserving your tax-advantaged status. Don't wait for the president's spending spree to tank the dollar any further. Protect your financial future right now by texting the word PAT to the number 989898. Get your free info kit from Birch Gold.
Beware, Pat Gray is unleashed.
All right, on with the Fat Five. Just a reminder, subscribe, Chewing the Fat, available wherever you get your podcast. If you ever wonder about the Dallas Cowboys being the most hated football team, they're not the most hated anymore. The Kansas City Chiefs have taken over the number 1 slot. So the Cowboys are still number 2, though.
That may have more to do with Taylor Swift than them winning.
Still number 2. The Cowboy, the Eagles and the Ravens and the Patriots are all the top 5, and your Green Bay Packers are 8th, and the Falcons
32.
and the Lions are at
Nobody
the bottom
cares.
of the pile. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And if you're wondering why NFL fans pay average of $15 for a beer and a hot dog, that's average, by the way. So some stadiums are more. Dallas Cowboys signed quarterback Dak Prescott to a 4-year, $240 million deal.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's not all guaranteed, Pat.
Oh, okay.
So relax, all right? $231 million is guaranteed.
All but $9 million?
It's not completely guaranteed.
How do you write that
Are you
contract?
serious?
He makes him the highest paid QB in the NFL at $60 million a year.
Wow.
So you have Joe Burrow at $55 million, Jordan Love at $55 million, Trevor Lawrence at $55 million, Tua, who may be done after last night, after he had another concussion episode on the field in the second half last night. He's at 53.1. Jared Goff at 53. Justin Herbert at 52.5. Lamar Jackson, 52. Jalen Hurts at 51.
Oh, I'm glad you stopped there.
That's like
the
double
Kirk Cousins.
the most money that the best quarterback of all time ever made in his career. Do you know Tom Brady, the most he ever made was $25 million a year? I mean, that's good money, but geez, he's the best quarterback of all time.
All time. Tom signed some other deals.
Yes,
that helped him out.
That is true. That is, he's not wondering where his next meal is coming from. But still, Jordan Love to be making $55 million after one good year.
I know.
Come on now.
I know.
The Packers usually make more reasonable decisions than that. It's like, okay, give it some time. Let's see if he's
Nobody
worth
wants that time.
that.
Nobody wants that time.
One season as the guy.
Yeah, no one wants that time. Got to do it.
They
now.
don't. Yeah,
got to do it now.
Yeah.
And the NFL, they've hauled in an average of 21 million viewers per game week 1.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. They were pretty happy about that.
People are ready for football.
You aren't lying about that. And good news about the 2025 Apple Music Super Bowl LIX halftime show.
Oh, gosh.
Kendrick Lamar is going to be performing at the
Kendrick Lamar.
At the 2025 Apple Music Super Bowl LIX halftime show. It marks his second appearance.
Wait.
It's his second appearance at the NFL premiere event because he performed with Dr. Dre's West Coast Hip Hop Showcase in 2022. So this is the first time that he's headlining the show.
What a treat. That'll be, wow.
What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song?
My favorite. That's like picking your favorite child.
Yeah, you can't.
You just can't do it.
You just can't.
No,
that one song, the Love-Hate one, is one of my favorites.
Oh, okay, Love-Hate?
Yeah, the Love-Hate one I really like a lot. I see where... we're out of town. I was going to congratulate the Nebraska Cornhuskers. They broke into the top 25 this week at number 23. I know Mizzou number 6. What do you mean? Are
6?
We ranked? I knew you were
I was going to say you were 10th. I know you were 10th.
Yeah, we're 6th.
But
That's
moved
6,
up to 6.
That's correct.
Wow.
You guys got
That's good.
You're down like in 40th.
You got others receiving votes. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
I mean, it's a fun place to hang out every now and then.
Yeah.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Thanks for being with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. I guess we've received some gifts again.
Oh, wow.
Which, thank you for that.
Man,
who are these from?
The greatest audience.
Is it we?
Yeah, it's we.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Corey in Minnesota here. Let me dole these out. Well, first of all, these are not cheap. These Yetis. I know Chris.
Oh, no, they're not.
Chris, you have yours in there. This one he made specifically for Hillary Kennedy. 4-minute buzz on one side, her signature on the other. I'll give that to her later. Here is a Chewing the Fat one there.
Oh, nice.
For Jeff Fisher. An At the Mic show for me. That's the thing I do. And then look at this. Bringing it back. Not only is it Pat Gray Unleashed on one side, leakages.
Oh, that's cool.
On the other.
Yeah, that's great.
And he's such a great gift giver, man.
That's
This
really
Corey
nice. Thank you, Corey.
in Minnesota.
This one has Pat Gray Unleashed on the.
What do you mean? Yeah, on one side it says Pat Gray Unleashed because it's kind of like
because you do appear on the show from time to time.
It's the tie that binds.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So
on
why
the
do you have
other
a problem
side
with
is
it now?
I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it.
You are.
You first complained that you don't get a gift.
I bet you're
now
fun.
you get a gift.
You cannot make this guy happy.
I know. You
You
get a
can't.
gift
It doesn't
now,
matter.
and you're like, oh, what the heck?
I bet you're fun on Christmas
I
morning.
didn't say what the heck. I just
You
said.
did.
I bet you're fun on Christmas
commenting
morning.
on what was on the mug.
Why did you say Pat Gray Unleashed on one side? What's that all about?
I've got a signature too.
Oh, look, you can say thank you to Corey personally because yes, he's.
Oh, is he on the line? Is he on the line?
That's what I'm told.
We
Yeah.
actually allowed this to happen.
On the line.
Hey, Corey.
Wow.
Hey, Corey, man. Thank you.
Thank you for the gifts. That's very cool.
Yes. And Pat, I'm sure you're wondering, why did you give me another leakages mug? So when I made the first one, I went through a company that wasn't Yeti itself.
Oh,
so
wow.
if you notice the old one, the previous one, whatever.
It's a knockoff, a Yeti knockoff. Oh,
wow. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a real Yeti. But to put your logos on, it was kind of a sticker, and then they kind of baked it.
Oh,
so it affected the their coating.
Yeah.
So I noticed that when I put it in the dishwasher, it actually stained it. So I thought, okay, that's defective.
Yeah.
So I got to give Pat another one. And Jeffy and Chris complained so much the last time that I didn't give them one.
Sure did.
I had to follow through with it.
Wow.
So,
and again, these are dishwasher safe Yetis?
They are dishwasher safe.
I love it.
Absolutely.
All right.
But one thing
that's
I
awesome.
guarantee mine is dishwasher safe because the wife will be washing it.
I'll say
I'm pretty
this.
sure she'll be safe.
Make sure you guys
that's
register your Yeti cups at theyeti.com.
Oh, yeah, we
just
can
in
register
case.
these, huh?
Yeah, just in case they break, you can
Okay.
register them and they'll fix
And
it.
get a free one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if it burns up in a fire or something, they'll give us a car.
Yep.
Nice.
Corey, you're awesome,
Corey,
man.
appreciate it.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you,
Thank
Corey.
you
I
so
appreciate
much.
it.
That is way above and beyond. Appreciate that.
I'll send you my signature for the next one.
And how's life up there in Tim Walz's?
Oh, yeah.
He's from Minnesota. Yeah.
No, I think we lost him.
Oh,
We
no.
lost him.
That's how life
No,
is.
you
in
hung
Minnesota.
up on him. That's
That's
what
how
You
life
guys
is in
said
Minnesota.
the trick line. So when you say the line, it goes bloop.
Huh. Wow.
Oh, there's a
That's
line.
weird.
I didn't know that.
Okay. We got Rick Santelli on the ABC Moderators. This was something we were going to get to about half an hour ago, and then we got interrupted by Jeffy's
Once
Fat
again.
Five.
Once
again. But here's Rick Santelli on those Moderators.
Let me just ask then, since we're on the topic, Rick, how you feel about tariffs?
You know how I feel about tariffs? It's a bargaining chip. And many of the tariffs with China are still on. Once again, the moderators don't drill down on the two aspects of tariffs, but they do drill down on other areas that make no economic sense whatsoever.
But you don't think the tariffs raise prices? Just as a mathematical
Listen, prices are going up no matter what, Andrew. Whether you do it on the tax side, whether you do it on the tariff side, our policies are silly. We can't be Santa Claus. All those programs aren't policies, they're promises that never get by Congress, and each one of them has a cost we can't afford because we've done this before. When you prepay and you make policies that don't make economic sense, you may think you're getting a benefit. Look at what we learned yesterday. Finally, wages reach 2019, but it doesn't reflect how much they've gone up since 2019. If you're out there and you're a young person, study up. Study up. All these superstars that made recommendations in such a timely fashion yesterday, maybe they don't feel the pain of what's going on, but I feel bad that they can't buy houses and insurance. You think these prices of insurance are going to go down, Andrew? You think people in Florida that could barely hold on to their homes could afford 300% increases in their insurance?
That's housing insurance.
There's
That's
no
not
question
automotive.
about that. It's a very true statement.
Right, so then why don't we talk about it? Why don't we talk about it?
Well, then there's other issues around climate issues and other things that are affecting things in Florida.
What issues did you learn last night? The ABC people were like a turkey shoot.
Yes.
No doubt.
Wow.
No doubt.
Wow. Kind of clear where he stands on that.
It is kind of clear.
Yeah.
It is kind of clear.
A lot of people credit him with the Tea Party movement because he
He's
really
the one
sort
that
of
fired it up.
set it off. Really,
He sure did.
And in fact, didn't he talk about the Boston Tea Party?
Yeah, it was a rant similar to that. I'll find it here.
Yeah, it was.
It was
in 08, maybe 09?
2009.
2009.
It was Tax Day 2009 that we did all of those around the country. Taxed enough already is what Tea Party stood for. Tea Party rant. I'm just trying to find here. Rick Santelli. It's kind of long. Here we go. It's about 4.5 minutes long. I don't know. Do you want me to play this now? Do you want me to send this in?
Yeah, send it in.
Okay.
Just remind people. But
I mean, they look. The Democrats and the liberals have done this their entire time, right? They promise things all the time that they can't. They never can follow through on because they can't afford it, right? I mean, California's done it with reparations. They've decided we can't do it. It's too expensive, and now they're pissed. But they were all promised it. Newsom didn't sign. Remember, Pelosi and they all were talking about the giving $150,000 to the immigrants for housing, and we were all for that until Governor Newsom got it on his desk and said, "Ooh,
can't sign
we're
that.
not doing that. We're not doing that." So they could promise you the world, but where's the money coming from?
And Santelli makes a great point about these celebrities that are endorsing Kamala Harris because it doesn't affect them
in such a timely fashion.
Taylor Swift is worth $1.3 billion. Right. $1.3 billion. Does she care if taxes go up?
Nope.
Probably not. Probably not that much. But Caitlin Clark should know better.
Your girl.
Jeffy. Yeah, Jeffy. That is your girl.
She did not endorse.
I know. But that was
Kamala,
interesting.
so why don't you back off?
She basically did.
She liked an Instagram post and then was questioned about it and said that make your own decisions. That's what she said.
Let's see. Let's see.
That's what she said.
Caitlin, you liked an Instagram post last night from Taylor Swift that got a lot of attention.
Liking a social media post.
And I'm just curious if you could tell us what that post meant to you, and if you are in fact potentially going to endorse Kamala Harris. Thank you.
I think for myself is, I have this amazing platform, so I think the biggest thing would be just to encourage people to register to vote. I think for myself, this is the second time I can vote in an election. At age 22, I could vote when I was 18, so I think do that. That's the biggest thing I can do with the platform that I have, and that's the same thing Taylor did. And I think continue to educate yourself with the candidates that we have, the policies that they're supporting.
It'd be nice if you'd do that.
That's the biggest thing you can do, and that's what I would recommend to every single person that has that opportunity in our country.
Thank you.
Wow. What an idiot. What a moron. She's endorsing Kamala Harris.
So
that's what it comes down to.
Register to vote?
Yeah, BS.
Make your own decision.
It's BS. She's supporting Kamala Harris. And you know it. You know that's what that meant when she liked the post. That's why the reporter asked her the question, because everybody knows it. She wanted her to admit it.
And she also said, just the same thing that Taylor did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just... And then she's telling people to do their homework. Yeah, it starts with you, Puddin'. Why don't you do some homework?
I know. Well, she's busy keeping a league on top.
On top? On top of what?
On top of the world.
No.
What are we talking about?
Not on top of the
WNBA
world.
is through the roof.
What are they, the Fever? Is that right? Indiana Fever?
Yes, that's correct. That's who she plays for.
Yeah. So is the Fever, are they going to make the playoffs?
Yeah, it's already done deal.
How exciting.
They're in the playoffs?
Oh, yeah. Pat and I will be watching that instead of football now.
You kidding me?
When do they start, Jeffy?
Crazy.
I will.
When does your girl first play?
Still got a little bit of time left. The regular season's still gone.
Okay.
Don't be bad-mouthing Caitlin, man. She's on fire.
But I want
she's going to be the rookie of the year. She's got her team going to the playoffs.
Yeah. September 22nd.
And she wants people to register to vote.
Wow.
And do their own thinking. That's good for her.
So Pat, just so you know, next Sunday, you got to wait till Sunday the 22nd. That's when the WNBA playoffs start. So no football for us as of next Sunday, because you and I will be locked in on the WNBA playoffs,
and ripping the knob off.
All right.
Yeah, because man, I can't wait for the WNBA.
I know.
I'll probably do a big parlay that day.
Will you?
All the first round games.
Yeah. Okay.
Big WNBA fan myself.
Yeah. Who isn't? I mean, who isn't? Big WNBA
It's fun to watch
fan.
the Fever. Just
Oh,
saying.
you kidding me?
You got to say it like this. It's fun to watch the Fever.
Fun to watch the Fever.
There you go. Thank you.
Nicely done. Thank you. You caught right on to that.
I did.
Good. That's good. All right. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed. I'm just so sick of these celebrities and their endorsement of the Communist Party. I can't take it. Can you please listen to your own advice
I was just going to say.
and look into the candidate you're talking about and endorsing, please, by all that is holy.
Yeah.
They're doing everything they can to bring down the United States of America, and you're telling everybody, this is
The country that has made it wonderful for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's provided you with all of these opportunities, and now you just want to flush it down the drain.
I know. That is pretty sad.
It's agonizing. Jeez. Okay, so you made it. Now you want to slam the door behind you so no one else can. Thanks. Thanks for that. That's great. Still your girl? It's still your girl, right? Yeah. I can see on your face. It's still your girl.
Yeah,
I don't know how she became your girl.
I misspelled her name in the show prep email, and he made sure to take a screenshot of it and text me. First of all, get her name spelled right.
Her name right. Yeah.
As if anybody gives a rat's anus how she spells her name.
All right, we're done.
It's about time.
Yeah.
All right. We got Merrick Garland here.
Oh, gosh. What a punk.
What is this? The Department of Justice babbling?
Yeah, he went on.
Okay. And
got a message.
Are a promise that we will fiercely protect the independence of this department from political interference in our criminal investigations. Our norms are a promise that we will not allow this department to be used as a political weapon.
What?
Our norms are a promise that we will not allow this nation to become a country where law enforcement is treated as an apparatus of politics.
Crap, I want to cuss.
You believe he's saying all that with a straight face?
I know. Yeah, he's saying that, boy, we got threats and stuff coming in at DOJ employees, and this can't stand. We will not be...
Wow.
Calm down, Gary.
Gary, I like it.
Yeah. Nice. All right. 888-900-3393. Let me tell you about My Patriot Supply. You don't need to tell me. I don't need to tell you that life is precious. That it could all be taken away in an instant. Well, that's why I keep a 4-week emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply in my home. Actually, not just that, but I also have a year supply for 4 people. So you could start with the smaller supply, work your way up, but you've got to have something. These have over 2,000 calories per day in them, enough to go around during times of social unrest, government crackdowns, or, heaven forbid, an attack on the homeland. The food lasts up to 25 years. It's ready whenever disaster strikes. We've seen mass panic in our lifetimes before. Some were not that long ago. I'm not going to take my family's safety for granted. Are you? Right now, you can get $50 off the same 4-week emergency food kit that I keep in my home. Go to preparewithpat.com. Save $50 on your 4-week emergency food kit. 4 weeks should get you through most disasters. I mean, unless the world is ending, things should return to normal by then, and that's gotten you through.
And I will say you can start with the 4 weeks, but when it arrives, you'll think to yourself,
right, wish I had 3 months.
That's not enough.
Wish I had a year. So get your 4-week emergency food kit. It's a great way to start and be prepared. At preparewithpat.com. Go to preparewithpat.com right now.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome, 888-933-93, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Wow, we were just talking about Taylor Swift and her endorsement of Kamala Harris. Just a timely endorsement on the night of the debate. It was the same night, wasn't it?
Yes.
And then Caitlin Clark, Jeffy's girl.
Who told people to vote and make their own choices. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate her for that.
She just did what Usher said.
Thank
on The
you.
View
Thank you.
That you loved.
Yeah, Usher handled it well.
He did.
Caitlin really did not.
Well, Usher did not.
He didn't
like
that
the
tweet,
the Instagram post either.
Right. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. However, not all Swifties are boneheads. Sheeple. Just follow her down that primrose path. Here's a Swiftie for Donald Trump.
Oh. Clip 13.
Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala Harris, and I'm done. I don't want to be a childish cat lady like her. If you really love the cats,
hold on.
You wouldn't let the migrants eat them as pets.
Oh, man.
That's why I'm replacing all my stuff with end the wokeness stuff.
Good.
Oh,
nice.
Good.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
Chris and I are watching that. Okay. Yeah.
You already gave her the money, idiot.
You already gave her the money.
I know.
Do you think she just went out and bought that stuff for that thing? Let's see.
That's even worse.
Play that again.
Yeah,
when
that
she
is
opens a
even
book,
worse.
does the book even look like it's been read?
Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala Harris, and I'm done.
So
I don't want
what?
to be a
So what if
childish
she had?
cat
It's still
lady like her.
it's still
Okay.
a funny post.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, right.
Oh, it's a great
so funny.
post,
You
yeah.
wouldn't let the migrants.
I mean, but the fire's over here, and you're not hitting it. You're kind
That's
of
why I'm replacing all my stuff with end the wokeness stuff.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It would have been better if.
Good.
No, never mind.
Get a kickback from End the Wokeness.
No, but you know.
And there's the MAGA
wearing
hat.
2 T-shirts. A little disappointing. Go ahead.
Okay.
I love Jeff Fisher.
That's where it ends up every time. That's the beauty
I'm just
of
saying,
Jeff Fisher.
I'm just-
I know.
I'm
I know.
just
You're just
saying.
saying.
It's
I know.
beauty.
I know. That's right.
Beauty of Jeffy.
Just saying.
Beauty by Jeffy.
Oh, I like that. I could be a $10 an air.
Oh, if you go to the End Wokeness, you get free flags.
Oh,
free
really?
Trump Vans flags, yeah.
It's exciting.
I'd like to point
It's
out
exciting.
that In the Wokeness has not paid to be a sponsor of this program.
So
of
any of our programs. So
yeah. So at least somebody has. Now I don't know. Is she really a Swiftie? Who knows?
still, though.
She might be. She might not. It was a good video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Still worth it.
Does she really? She one of the people that follows Taylor Swift all over the country and the world? Maybe. I don't know. But how many are gonna do that?
burn
Are
their
gonna-
stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
Not many.
Not many.
It's the only one I've
That
seen.
happens
so
a lot
far.
with the bits like that happen a lot with
Budweiser?
sports franchises.
Yes.
And a certain a fan will burn their jersey and stuff like that. But I spent $150 on that jersey. I'm not burning that thing. I might not wear it anymore, or just wear it in the house on the weekends. But I'm not burning it.
Yeah, they are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have a Swiftie in the studios. We can ask him if he's going to burn his stuff.
In the studio?
Matt.
You mean the building?
In the building, yes.
Okay, this is the studio.
Yeah.
Okay, there are no
Mercury
Swifties in here,
Studios.
No
unless
Swifties.
Jeffy wants to raise his hand.
So I do not.
Who's
Remember-
a Swiftie here?
Matt
Matt
he
Cartwright.
brought all his stuff.
Yeah, remember
Oh
he did the
yeah, he
whole
brought all the
thing.
Taylor
special
Swift
Taylor
stuff.
Swift.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, that's
episode.
right.
Matt's got mental issues, obviously.
Yeah, I wonder if he. Oh, well, let's get him to burn his stuff.
I know.
Wait, is he a Trump supporter too?
He works
No,
here.
He's
Does it matter?
He's a Nikki Haley fan.
Oh, he's out. He's out. He can't work here.
I
anymore.
wish you had to told me that.
I
I've
know
lost
he can't
all-
work here anymore.
Any respect I had for
I
Matt.
kind of liked him too.
Yeah, right?
That's over now.
Holy crap.
Sorry,
If we need Chris, go over to his desk. Any Taylor Swift stuff.
grab it.
Find it. We're
Okay,
burning it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to know what this Tim Walz clip
I
is
don't know
all
what this
about.
is. This is the only
Is this
one
from
I'm
you,
hearing-
Chris?
No,
Yes.
Tim Walz
Prostituted?
calls Kamala
Oh yeah.
Yes.
a prostituter?
Yes.
What?
I think it's either a misspoke or a deep fake. I don't know which one it is.
Well,
Okay.
it made the rounds yesterday.
Everybody had it.
I know. It made the rounds
Okay.
yesterday, and it was pretty. It was like I was like, okay. It's kind of like when Biden screws up. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things. And again, Chris is right. I don't know if it's real or not, but it was definitely everywhere yesterday.
All right.
Because this started, and I love this story, as a young prostitute.
See,
Kamala Harris talked about going in
Okay.
that
He misspoke.
courtrum for the first time.
As a
He was
as a
not a prosecutor,
prosecutor,
yeah.
not a prostituter. Play it
Yeah.
again.
I mean,
Okay.
facts is facts.
Because this started, and I love this story, as a young prostituter.
See, it's
kind of
Kamala
not
Harris talked
really.
about going
Not
in that.
really.
It's a combo
Yeah,
word
it's
right
not
there.
really, yeah.
Nice.
You hear what you want to hear from the word. Yeah.
Now, I will say another clip that's been going around, since she won't sit down and talk to us about her policy issues and just says my principles haven't changed or whatever. How about this clip, clip 10 of her talking about trans surgeries for prisoners?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Again.
This is real.
Again, though.
Yeah, this is
Again, though. Everything she says now,
Yes.
there's a clip of her in the past saying exactly the opposite.
The opposite.
Everything.
Check this out.
With the power that I had, I used it in a way that was about pushing forward the movement,
Agenda.
frankly, and the agenda.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so look at my record to know. When I was Attorney General, I learned that the California Department of Corrections, which was a client of mine, I didn't get to choose my clients.
Right, a client of the Attorney General.
A client of the Attorney General, of the Office of Attorney General.
To the client of the
If they
pause
were
it for a
standing
second.
in the way.
Is this a trans person here? Is that why she's pandering
What?
to the trans person?
Where are you
How do you
getting
know that? How do you know
Oh,
that?
my word.
I'm just curious.
A
client of the attorney.
I mean, seriously, what
That's
a
a
leap for
beautiful
you, sir.
woman right there.
You talking to me over there? You ain't talking to me, Keith.
Well, you are Attorney General.
That was awesome.
I'll come over there and give you such a beatdown you won't forget it ever again in your life over there.
Continue.
All
right,
right,
go
we
ahead.
have to hear that again.
A
Please.
client of the Attorney General.
I'm a client of the Attorney General, of the Office of Attorney General, that they were standing in the way of surgery
For prisoners.
for prisoners. And there was a specific case. And when I learned about the case, I worked behind the scenes to not only make sure that that transgender woman got the services she was deserving.
Yeah, sure.
So it wasn't only
Deserving.
about that
She
case.
deserves them
I made
from
sure
the
that
people.
they changed the policy in the
Oh.
state of California.
Well, that's
so that
interesting.
every transgender
Yeah.
We appreciate
inmate
it.
in the prison system would have access to the medical
Thank you for
care
that over there, Kamala.
that they desired and need.
Yeah.
And I believe it was not
yeah,
only,
it's the
I know it was
Transgender
historic in
Equality
California, but I
Club
believe
she's
actually
speaking
it may have been one of the first, if not the first in the country.
And you made the
where I pushed for
taxpayers
that
pay for
policy.
that
That's
over
right.
there. Thank you for
In a
that.
depart-
Hey, Kamala.
We appreciate it, Kamala.
Thanks for that over there. You're a friend of the movement, to the agenda over there. Thank you.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome, 888-933-93. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. College football this weekend.
Yeah, baby.
Can't wait. Week number 3 already. Man,
I know.
goes by fast, doesn't it? Seems like September just arrived, and now we're like halfway through.
And this season, we're smack dab in it already. I mean,
We're deep in it.
Big games right off the bat.
Once you're
It's
in
been
it, you're in
huge, man. Thank you. You can quote me on that. And you just did. I appreciate it.
We got a BYU Wyoming. When those two teams get together, you could throw out all the record books. Actually, keep the record books because it shows that BYU has dominated the series. So I think they've won 30 in a row.
It's those Wyoming Cowboys.
Yeah. But next week, Big 12 play starts, and they got Kansas State, who's supposed to win the conference. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Who does Missouri play?
I think we play the heated rivalry Buffalo.
Oh, the Buffalo Missouri series.
Yeah, that's
holy cow.
We really don't play anybody any for another couple of weeks. So we're hanging in there at 6, man. We're there. I'm loving that because we'll win these games. It's good.
Wasn't the first game? No, the first game wasn't tough. Have they won? Have they beaten anybody?
No, not really.
Really,
they've just dominated.
Okay, who
teams.
they played? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And Nebraska's got
Northern Iowa.
I will say,
Northern
Iowa. The Nebraska Cornhuskers
They
made
look good
me
this
so
year, though.
happy last week against Colorado. I shouldn't have. It shouldn't have made me as happy as it did, but it made me happy.
Yeah,
watching them just destroy Colorado.
I mean,
both, brother.
I've never really cared about one way or the other about Colorado, but the attention they've received
I know.
since
That's
Sanders.
the only reason.
And it was so ridiculous last year because they were like, oh, my God, this is the greatest team that's ever existed. He turned them around completely, and then they lost like 9 in a row or whatever. So it's a little irritating, I think, just because Deion Sanders is there.
And he hasn't fixed much. I mean, they said he fixed the line, fixed all that. Did he?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we've already seen, right? Maybe Nebraska's really, really good.
Which is possible.
It's possible.
But Nebraska they brought a coach in that is building the franchise, and that's what Colorado claimed Deion was going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the same timeline.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is
interesting, isn't it?
Is there a number people can call?
It is. It is. It's right there. It's right there on the wall.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
This Nebraska fan refuses to say too many.
Well,
good
until you get into the meat of your schedule. Who's the first really good team they play?
What are we judging that on? Some would say at Ohio State's going to be tough. After,
Some would say
I would say
after a 7-0 start.
You're going.
Anyway.
You've said that all along, that they're going to be 7-0 when they go to Ohio State.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So I hope they're 7-0. But again, the defense, I mean, is just spectacular. It's almost completely intact from a year ago, which, by the way, Luke Reimer, I want to put this out there as a PSA, still unsigned, should be playing professional football somewhere. Please go and sign him, someone, linebacker. Anyway, but the defense was incredible.
Just made an appeal to NFL executives?
Oh, CFL, whatever.
Right.
Is he paying you a cut?
No. No. His family listens to this show. Thank you very much.
Okay.
But he's
good
incredible.
luck to him.
He's incredible anyhow. But
We'll
my
take
point
10%.
is, you're getting distracted. The defense was great. We just had no quarterback. Now we have an awesome quarterback, and so it's a beautiful thing to see. And I hope this ship sails right into a top 12 spot at the end of the year.
Since we're throwing out players in the NFL, let me just throw this out too, because BYU's punter last year was awesome, and the year before. I mean, Ryan Rico, incredible.
He's not on a team.
He got cut from the Kansas City Chiefs, which surprised me because Andy Reid's a BYU alum, but for whatever reason they cut him. So he went to the Cincinnati Bengals, and over the weekend he just set the rookie record for punts. He punted an 80-yarder over the weekend.
Boy, they need
Cincinnati,
him there.
you ain't lying. Cincinnati did not. They lost. So
put that in your pipe
to
and
the
smoke it.
Patriots.
I know.
In Cincinnati.
I know.
And
That's
it ruined mine and everyone else's survivor
shouldn't
pool.
have though. It should have because even like Max and I do this this who wins deal that he likes to do every week, and he's like, Cincinnati always starts slow. They're going to lose. Always start slow.
Man.
He was right.
And they
Should
did.
have called me.
Yeah.
Now I'm eliminated from the survivor pool week 1, like everybody else that picked Cincinnati.
Is what's his face? Joe Burrow?
Oh yeah.
Is he okay? Is he playing? And they're still this bad.
Playing, yes.
Apparently.
But
What is going on?
Well, he's not the highest paid quarterback.
Oh.
Right, and Jamar Chase was
only
at training
55
camp for
million.
all of 5 minutes before the season started.
Correct. That's true.
Okay. All right. So we didn't get through this Kamala thing, right? We didn't get all the way through the trans surgery.
I think we did.
I think we did.
I don't know how much time is left here.
Okay.
Do we have like 10 seconds or so? I don't think.
I think.
Bottom line is,
anyway,
she's a freak.
Has she backed off that stance as well?
Well,
or
she chuckled. That's one of the things
does she want taxpayers to pay for surgeries, for trans surgeries for prisoners because they deserve it?
Is that something that she commented on during the debate when Trump called her out, or did she not? She just had the look of just the look. Yeah.
And I don't remember.
But incredible. And are we going to find out this weekend? The biggest thing on the docket for the weekend is, do we find out for real from a whistleblower that she had the questions in advance?
Yeah.
And especially knew that they were going to call out Donald Trump fact-checking and not her. She could say whatever she wanted.
And she did.
And
it happened. So I really tend to believe that this is accurate and real.
Right.
Me too.
What was his name? The gentleman that posted that, Jeffy?
Anderson? Is that right?
Yeah, Philip Anderson, who said, he's got the affidavit. He will be releasing it by the end of the weekend. Lawyers just have to black out names and stuff to protect the identity. And then, of course, I heard from someone in the Walz family.
That's interesting.
Who says that...
Wow. Who says?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to word this. So his source was in debate prep with Kamala. The muted mics issue was not the issue the Harris campaign was waiting on in the last few weeks. It was indeed the outline of the questions they were waiting on. The affidavit that is going to be released is 100% true. A lot of the mid-level employees at ABC are not Trump supporters, but what they witnessed on debate night shook them to their core.
Did it?
They feel the network lost any credibility it had left. Kamala usually takes a Xanax before going on stage before any event, all caps. She didn't take any Tuesday night because she knew she would not be stressed. This story will far surpass the Trump debate performance because insiders at CNN are even appalled.
She did not seem stressed. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
And
her performance was a lot better than I anticipated.
The rest,
I mean, everybody underestimated her.
Yeah.
The rest of this, not surprising at all. He is on the right. Also, Biden is 100% out of the loop on everything now. He gets the intel briefing he is required to get, and that is about it. The Harris campaign doesn't even want him on the trail anymore.
He's not even allowed in the Oval Office anymore.
The country is being run by a shadow cabal of the Obamas, Susan Rice, and Eric Holder.
And that's obviously true.
Yes, no question.
So my source is a Walz family member referring to another Walz family member. How about that?
Okay, that's interesting. Again,
I know.
So you've got that. You have her being provided with the questions that were going to be asked at the debate and the assurance that she wouldn't be fact-checked.
That's the biggest to me. I mean, I know the question thing is huge.
Well, yeah, because you can prepare everything you need to say ahead of time.
The thing that you can just say whatever you want without fact-checking. And we're going to fact-check him. That goes beyond even knowing what the outline of the questions are going to be.
Way beyond.
Because then you can just get to say whatever the hell you want.
So you've got that. The particular issues, and then you also have the question of whether or not she had the earrings situation.
Right. Oh, we're going to talk about that in overtime.
Yeah, we got that coming up in overtime today. Good. Her earring situation.
It bodes down to...
Was she being told what to say in her ear?
Would it surprise anyone?
No.
I don't know that I believe it, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me.
It doesn't sound like she needed it.
Her knowing that she wouldn't be fact-checked does lean into her bringing up all those god-awful stories that have been debunked.
Okay, so...
all the Charlottesville and the January 6th stuff.
Trying to cram them all in at the end.
Yes.
Okay, real quick.
Knowing that she's not going to be questioned on.
Here's a very brief story that the New York Post just posted. ABC has denied Vice President Kamala Harris was given advance notice of questions ahead of her debate showdown with former President Donald Trump.
Yeah,
quote, absolutely not, an ABC News spokesperson said in a statement to the Daily Beast.
Okay.
Harris was not given any questions before the debate, end quote.
Okay.
The point-blank denial comes after Trump and his campaign aides claimed his Democratic rival had been given an unfair advantage.
Okay, so that doesn't mean that she didn't know she wasn't going to be fact-checked.
Right. Harris was not given any questions before the debate. Now, if you will recall...
The outline of what we're going to talk about.
What did my source say?
Yes.
Okay. It was indeed... Remember now, the issue wasn't waiting on the microphone issue on why Harris was waiting to agree to the debate. It was indeed the outline of the questions. Now, we live in a world that is parse world central.
Yes, it is.
Parse your words at every opportunity. Go back to Bill Clinton. I mean, this is how they play this game. So what's the quote from the ABC News spokesperson?
We did not give any questions.
Harris was not given any questions before the debate. Well, my source says she was given an outline. I mean, they'll play this game all day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, I'm stuck on the not knowing knowing you're not going to be fact checked on anything you say. That really,
and he is.
That's huge. Yeah, right. And we're going to fact check him.
Right.
That's not giving her any questions.
Right.
And that's just saying to her, say
and
what
really,
you want.
That's more effective.
I think so. Yes.
Even than the question thing.
Yes.
Right? That's more effective. So that's a huge advantage.
It sure is.
She did in fact know that going in. Wow. All right. Americans are tired. They're frustrated by a stalling economy. I mean, let me take a minute and tell you about Patriot Mobile. We've got inflation. We've got endless wars. We've got the relentless assault on our values. Thankfully, there are companies, though, like Patriot Mobile, that still believe in America and our Constitution. That's why I'm proud to partner with Patriot Mobile. And have for years, because they're on the front lines fighting for the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the sanctity of life, our military and our first responder heroes. Take a stand for conservative causes. Put America first by switching to Patriot Mobile today. It's one thing to switch and, think, okay, I'll make the switch, but I'm going to suffer in my services. That's not the case with Patriot Mobile. You'll get the exact same service that you had anyway because they use the same cell towers as the three major services. And they have a 100% U.S.-based customer service team that will find you the best plan. You can keep your number if you want. You can keep your phone if you want. Or you could upgrade. Whatever you want to do, they'll find a way to accommodate. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 972-PATRIOT right now. Get a free month when you use the offer code PAT. Don't get fooled by the other providers pretending to share your values or have the same coverage. They don't and they can't. Join me. Make the switch to America's only Christian conservative mobile provider, Patriot Mobile. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 972-PATRIOT. Use the promo code PAT and get a free month of service today.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
An idea proposed by former President Trump could curb waste and step in where our delinquent legislators are asleep on the job. He'd like to appoint Elon Musk to an efficiency commission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they kind of talked about that.
Really good idea.
Yeah, they kind of talked about that in their Spaces interview. Right? And he said, yeah, that's a good idea. Right. I might think about that.
Yeah. And apparently he is thinking about it. He's proposed he's proposed that this could happen, but whether or not it will, who knows? But it's a really good idea, and I think Elon would probably do it, right?
Yeah, he said he would.
Yeah, so I'm into it.
He's only got a couple other things going on. So
Elon?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What does he have going on? What's going on?
He's got a space program to worry about.
Oh.
He's got a car company he's worrying about. He's got a brain implant company he's got to worry about. That's it, though.
Didn't they announce they've done their second person now,
the guy is doing great. Yeah.
Oh, good. So was the first guy.
Yes.
Something went wrong, and then they fixed it, and I think he absolutely
a bunch of wires got disconnected, and they had to go in and rewire the stuff. But the second guy he's playing games and doing some other things that he never was able to do before. It's incredible.
It is incredible. Eventually, I think the goal there is to eventually allow them to walk again, right, with that implant.
Well,
I think down the line. Yeah. Obviously, we don't have the technology yet, but someday they think that with this implant, you could maybe make a paraplegic walk again. Wouldn't that be something?
It would. I mean, they if you could have the implant and along with the there's some company that makes these suits that some of the paraplegics were wearing, so that they're able to walk with this. It's like almost like a robot suit, around your legs and stuff. So I mean, if you could do that along with the implant,
be incredible.
Okay.
Yeah. Be really something. And then yesterday, it was a pretty big day. Wasn't it SpaceX with their guy?
Yeah.
Where the civilians did the space spacewalk?
Well, the billionaire, he paid for it. That was his deal. I mean, it was through NASA and SpaceX and the Dragon rockets and all.
But he really didn't do a spacewalk. I just want to make that clear. He poked his head outside the vehicle.
They went up to his knee. He went up past his knees outside of the capsule. Are you kidding me?
Where did he walk?
Look at this.
There it is.
Look at this right there.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That's a spacewalk.
That is
Thank you.
spectacular.
Thank you.
Look at him.
And see, what's different about this actually is that then he did that for like 15 minutes and 10 minutes, and then he left, and the girl came out, and she almost went as high as he did. So I mean, it was.
Wait, what's with the left hand? What is
I know that's what.
Is he playing with puppets or something? What's going on?
But the problem is that they all are exposed, down in the capsule, because that's what made this actually different. Is that they're all exposed.
Hold on.
No, but they're tethered. They're tethered to the craft.
Hold on, Jeffy. You're at a party, right? You're this guy. Is he allowed to say, yes, I did a spacewalk?
You're damn right he is.
Oh, yes, he is.
You're damn right he is.
I did a spacewalk.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You poked your head out the vehicle.
See, I don't know how you say that at a party where it sounds cool. So I went to outer space, did you? So what was it like?
That's cool.
I poked my head out of the...
I came out of the capsule. There I am.
Look at that.
There I am.
It's a capsule that I paid for, by the way.
Yeah.
There I am.
How much did that cost? How much did that cost again?
Oh, yeah,
$19.95.
Almost $20. Oh my gosh.
He got
that's pre-tax.
Wow. Yeah, that's pre-tax. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
so it was over
fees.
$20.
Yeah,
that he
with the
paid for that?
fees and
Do
all
we
the
actually
stuff.
know what it really was?
I don't
that he
recall
paid?
the number.
I mean, it's got to be hundreds.
So
of
hang on a second.
Millions.
So now, put it back up, Joe. So now in this guy's office, he's got a picture of him holding his hand limp-wristed.
I don't know.
Look how cool I am. You can't even see his face.
Deal there. Why are you doing that?
He's in space.
Hold up. He's doing that because he's testing.
They're testing stuff.
No.
And they were telling him
That's
what to do.
ridiculous.
No,
Yeah.
I paid for this. I'll do what I want to do.
No, but that's
No,
not.
but you
that's
can't
not true.
really do that.
No, you can't.
So
They did not stay tethered and leave the capsule though, which was a little disappointing.
Have any of you guys seen the movie Passengers?
Yes.
With Chris Pratt.
With Chris Pratt, yes.
Okay. That's what I want this guy to do.
Oh, we're not
what
there
Chris
yet.
Pratt
We're not
did,
there yet,
where he
Pat.
tethered himself and then he shot himself out into space
Oh,
as
cool.
far as the tether would go.
Wait, hold on,
and
this
then
isn't doing
pulled
it for
himself
you?
Back in, yeah. Well,
That's what you
remember
should do.
the first space people actually when they did that. When we actually did that back in the 60s, some point, right?
So this
where
isn't
they
doing it
tethered
for
him
you.
out, and they were the astronauts were sick. The suit wasn't made right. Now that's what these people were doing, was testing the new suits.
Okay, well then I
making
get a
sure
discount.
that it was right.
Then you give me a discount. If I have to work for you while I'm up there,
That was
then
part
I'm
of the
not-
deal.
I'm not
yeah,
paying
that
full
was
price.
part of the deal.
I mean, the suit definitely looks different. That's not the NASA suit, that's for
No,
sure.
it is not.
And that could be anybody. I could just
Yeah.
hang that up in my office and tell my friends, "Yep, that was me."
And they would believe you.
It's not big and bulky like the NASA
The
suit.
NASA,
No, it is not.
yeah. And
So
most
that's
of the
interesting.
testing that they were doing was to see how SpaceX suit handles the whole no gravity, the no pressure.
Well, how are they going to know? A guy was hanging on for dear life, wasn't even doing anything.
The whole all four of them were being exposed.
So for how much it costs, neither
$20.
Isaac or SpaceX are disclosing how much
The exact
he's paying
amount.
for.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Could be easily figured out. There's hundreds of millions of
Oh
dollars.
yes, oh absolutely, and plus with the delays that they had, definitely
fuel.
cost them a lot of money. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not something
it
that
is
most
not a
people
cheap
could
process. No,
could afford.
no, because he went up before.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
Yeah, Isaac went up before. He was in one of the first ones that went up. I think in the Blue Origin. With Bezos, I think.
Oh.
And then he hooked up with Elon. I think that's right. I'll double check that.
Interesting. So Elon didn't hold that against him that he went up with Bezos.
Well, not if you drop in hundreds of millions.
he
of
wrote a
dollars.
check.
We're good.
He
Let
wrote
me
a
see the
check.
You and I are good.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
All right. Well, good. Okay. Fabulous.
That's cool. That's cool. So what's the timeline Elon said? We're going to be on Mars?
4 years.
4 years from now.
No.
Well, yeah, he said.
Oh, I didn't hear him announce that.
Okay, he said.
We're going to be on Mars.
He said 2 years. 2 years. We're going to send unmanned vehicles to Mars.
To Mars. Okay.
And then within 4 years, we're going to start with depending on how that goes. And he's saying that if that goes well with landing and the trip there, then in 4 years we'll start sending manned.
What was the 20-year thing?
And so
20
years is actually building.
We live there.
Space moon.
Yeah.
We live there.
In 30
and stay
years,
there.
we have an NFL expansion team. Is that right? 30?
It might be 35.
35. Okay,
Don't
so,
be ridiculous.
So Elon is 53 years old. So
Okay, so in 20 years, at 73, I hope we could live on the moon, on Mars.
Yes,
that would be cool.
We'll be actually interplanetary then. We'll be
Here's the thing.
multiplanetary.
That's not going to happen. It will not happen.
See, this guy, wet
It's
blanket
not gonna
central
happen.
over
No
here every
kidding.
time. Every
No
time.
Sorry,
kidding.
it's not going to happen.
He wasn't
dream that
walking
it's
in
gonna
space.
happen,
He just came out of the capsule.
It's not going to happen. I mean, we might make it to the surface with a manned flight.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to live there.
So that's where you draw the line.
But
That's where I draw the line.
The landing the person, that will happen, but
Yes.
colonizing it and making it.
Okay,
that
but
will
in
not happen.
1970, 1980, if I had said to you, hey, one day you're going to be, sending pictures from one computer to another and movies and watching TV shows and movies.
That'll be cool. That's what I would have said at the time. I would have said, yeah, I foresee that as well, is what I would have said.
Right.
Yeah. But then if you would have told me, but we're going to colonize Mars within, let's say, 2050, I would tell you no. No. Mm-mm. Do you guys believe we're going to colonize Mars?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Not in 4 years.
Not
in 20 years.
In 20 years, we will have someone living there.
Right.
Yes.
In 100 years.
Oh, definitely.
Will we colonize Mars?
Yes.
Yeah.
In 100 years.
Okay, but see,
No.
Hopefully, in 100 years, we've moved on from Mars and we're seeing another planet
there we go.
that we can live on.
We're in Alpha Centauri by then.
I'm not trying to open up a can of worms here in the last 60 seconds, but you're fully you fully believe that we went to the moon, right?
Yes.
So why is Mars such a far stretch for you from the moon?
It's not. I think we will land there.
Okay. You
with
still
a manned
think
flight.
building
I don't
post
believe
offices and
right. We're not going to do that. There'll be convenience stores, 7-Elevens on Mars. No.
I think that's the problem that you're thinking about as like living on Earth. Like they're going to be 7-Eleven, Target, Walmart. I don't think that's going to happen. But I think there'll be people living there.
No, I know. Colonizing it. Like you stay there permanently.
Right.
To have a permanent settlement
Here's what we
on
need.
Mars.
You know what? We'll know we made it when there's a Space Force base on Mars.
Well, and there's so much that goes into actually creating a civilization on a planet that we can't even decide what the hell we're doing here.
Right. Exactly.
Elon Musk is happy to populate it.
Unless we send Arnold Schwarzenegger there to terraform it for us before we get there, then
I'm not opposed to.
Then maybe. All right. Have a great weekend. We got overtime coming up. We'll see you back here Monday.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.